Hello, welcome to Well of Being. This is Melissa, intuitive healer, guide, and channel. I had the beautiful experience yesterday evening of going to the studio of an intuitive musician and playing our frequencies together. So she just walked around her studio, intuitively choosing different instruments. I sat in the center and just connected in to whatever wanted to harmonize and be offered through frequency, light language. And it was magical, so magical. So we'll be co-creating an offering soon. And it has inspired me to further dive into the divine on this concept of co-creation. This was tapped into through conscious community connections, but I feel like there's another layer and level that wishes to be seen. Your co-creative potential in humanity is so powerful. Do you realize, humans, you are these powerhouses of energy. You are these powerhouses of creativity. It is a wonder you can even contain it in your human packaging. You are so infinitely expansive, wrapped up in this human wrapper. So you alone have this incredible potential within you, yes. And we have often spoken to the many ways we are encouraging you to tap into that energy, potential, and creativity. When you bring individuals together who share a similar spark, we exponentially expand that potential for the individuals and for how it will be received by others. So you can envision right now, if one being is radiating a certain frequency and a light, and as they radiate that frequency and that light, it is reaching certain others around them that have a similar resonance and that they connect to in a certain way. But again, when you bring one or more beings together, you are bringing all of these unique frequencies together in such a harmonious way where it greatly expands the potential outreach. So not only for the other beings in the collective, but also for the individuals involved. For with the co-creativity sparks further co-creativity in the individuals that are co-creating together. Now, this applies in all aspects of human life. This applies in friendships, in intimate relationships, in all levels of working relationships, and artistic partnerships. All of these levels of human connectivity provide this potential for amplification. And as was spoken to in conscious community connections, it is about the individuals who are connecting in, but it is also about the individuals that are receiving and their frequency. As they are impacted through the energetics of this co-creation, the energy is flowing both ways. So they are sending back signals and frequencies and messages that in turn directly impact the co-creators. So you can see this beautiful blooming lotus flower of radiant light that it's blooming forth from the center from the original co-creators, but also, again, those receiving are co-creating and sending back beautiful, radiant light. So this absolutely phenomenal process of what is truly infinite expansion happens. And these energies and frequencies are going to nurture further co-creation, and they're going to nurture spiritual growth. All levels of growth, relationship growth, growth in the business world, growth politically. So this literally applies to everything on the planet. So one thing we wish to say is that we are speaking of this in an open-hearted, multi-dimensional divine light. So we do not wish for you to focus on what you do not want to receive. We recognize that there is much on this earth plane that you do not want to receive. You do not want to receive abuse. You do not want to receive corruption. You do not want to receive trauma. You do not want to receive abandonment. We could go on and on with all of the things you wish to no longer have on the earth plane experience. However, the truth is those things are here. We're not denying that they are here. However, we are shifting our focus and our alignment to co-creating energies that will support you with literally up-leveling the connectivity and co-creativity so that it naturally will clear these shadow sides of humanity out of the environment. So giving them our attention and focus can actually energize them further and anchor them here by shifting our perspective and our attention on moving beyond this place. So let us get specific. If we were to speak of abuse, and we wish to co-create something that is not abuse, we're not going to just call it not abuse. It needs to be something very expansive in spirit. So we could use words like empowerment and sovereignty and divine alignment. There are many different words we could use that become the essence of a movement. So rather than being a movement that's about fighting abuse, it's a movement about empowerment and sovereignty and alignment. So bringing that to other people's lives. Now, these individuals may come to you with a history of abuse. The healing that happens comes through the engagement of the empowerment, the light of empowerment. Can you feel the difference? So the saying goes, you could apply this to many, many different issues, shadow issues that occur here on the planet. By shifting the perspective and engaging the co-creative potential of both those that are creating and those that are receiving, we expand the light here on the planet. We expand the potential here on the planet of up-leveling and naturally clearing these things out. Because of the shift since 2024, it is much easier for us to create these divine alignments with others, with those that are ready to receive, and with these higher energies. So there's less density here on earth. So these things that have been such a solid presence here on earth and perhaps in your life have less of a hold on you than they have in the past. Less of a hold on you. And dito ko te aro utakai ukaki oro utakai e iki oro taki ara antaka ataki aro utakai tikan yakoko oki. It is a beautiful thing when the healing happens by stepping into the light. Not denying the shadow and not fighting the shadow, but by simply choosing to step into the light, to shift your perspective. And not only in a way where you're doing this on your own individually, but you're doing it in connection, in co-creativity with others. who are also stepping forth into the light, with others that are supporting the movement of stepping forward into the light. Tantia ukai uru utakai uru utakai u. Tantiaro utaka aru utaki etaki uru utaki uru utaka uru utaka hiki. We encourage you to play with this in your life. Play with this in all the different ways that you can. If you are a parent, look at the ways that you connect to your children. Can you see how you can shift your perspective and framework to a place of empowerment, to a place of recognizing the sovereignty of your children, to a place of recognizing their incredible gifts and nurturing their gifts? And that as you do so, there are many, many issues that you may have been having in relationship that simply fall away, that simply clear themselves out naturally as you move into that state of sovereignty and empowerment. You can hear these words being said many times. This is one of the key energizing concepts of new life here on the planet, is that each individual here is sovereign. Each individual here is empowered. Each individual here is infinitely creative. So recognizing this within yourself, of course, is one to be, especially when we speak of any relationship, just your relationship to the collective, fully recognizing this potential in yourself and stepping into the light by choice for yourself, in turn, shifts all other relationship connections and makes it easier for individuals in your life to do the same. It makes it easier for individuals in your life to do the same. We influence the collective. This is a way of co-creating by doing your own inner work and making the choice to choose to step into your empowerment and sovereignty. You, in turn, influence the collective energy and support this earth in continuing its up-leveling and expansion. Again, we wish to remind you that this process is much easier than it has been in the past. This process is much easier than it has been in the past because the divine support is so with you in this moment. The permeability between layers of being that allow you to feel much less density and give you a more expanded perspective on your experiences, more so than you may have had in the past. Again, we wish to reiterate, by stepping into this place of empowerment, sovereignty, and creativity, you simply allow your being to fully align with the truth of who you are. It's radiating from your center. It is radiating from your center, as we spoke of in the beginning. This radiant light that is at the center of you, so wanting to be seen, so wanting to fully be who you are completely, almost like nothing can stop it. You are being called, and you may feel this, you are being called to step into your own light, to lean into your own light, to align to your own light. And in the process of doing this, so anything that's been blocking you falls away effortlessly. This is another very important word that keeps coming about right now at this time, is that the efforting of the past is falling away. We are being so held and divinely supported and guided to step into our light. And there are others that are doing the same. Dai uru utake uru utaka aru ai. Tundi ko ara utaka uru utuko toya. Tundi ura utaka tawari utaka tanjoro u. Tundiaro u. Tundiaro u. Thank you, Divine Ones. You are doing such a service to this planet by choosing to recognize your own gifts, your own sovereignty, the light within you. Step into the truth of who you are. Let it shine through in all aspects of your life, in all relationships. Blessings.